Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be playing Shadow Hearts and showing you guys all the settings. So let's get on with it. So if you used this emulator before, you might have faced this problem. If you're not, I just want you to know that some game in this emulator have this problem that if you do a quick save, and if you try to load that save file, the game just break. I mean the emulator completely break. So this is the case with this game also. But there are two type of quick save. One is that you do it in option, and the other quick save is that whenever you exit the game, it will automatically save your progress. So this game have the problem with every time if I quit this game, it will automatically save my progress. So if I load that save file, the game just break. So I'm not gonna do that, and I'm just making you aware of this problem. First of all, I just want to say this. This is my first time I'm making a video, and I might be nervous or my voice might not be clear, so let me know how can I improve my video. And if you have any suggestion about any game or any question about anything, just let me know. I will be explaining some stuff, but I will make another video to explain all the other thing in this emulator. I have a quick save file, as you can see here in load. Here it is, but I'm not gonna take that. I will just load the save file so you guys should know that it's working fine. And there's another thing I am going to say, that I have noticed many people that making YouTube videos and they're showing the game like gameplay of like start of the game. They usually play like 10 minutes of the start of the game, and they will just say they will put in a thumbnail like the game is working fine 100% and all that stuff. But that's not the case actually. I have been fooled also. I did like downloaded like 7 to 8 games like that, and they were not fine. I had problem with those games. Some games just crash, some games does other problem. So these kind of problem I have faced. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. That's why I'm playing this game like at least 5 hours now. You can see top right bottom of corner of the screen that I have played 5 hours, more than 5 hours. So that's a proof that this game is working fine. And you might notice this frame rate issue I am having. It's actually only because I'm recording right now. I can do, lower the graphics and it will work fine. Let me try that out. If I go to native multiplier 2, the game will work just fine. So first of all, I'm going to show you some gameplay. And there's one thing I want to talk about this game, is that some places this game have some strange FPS drop. As you can see, I already noticed this area. You can see the frame drop of right corner, top right corner of the screen. Whenever the text are red, that's mean the frame is dropping. So in some areas this game, there is a frame drop for some reason, but it never happened during battle. So I'm pretty far in this game. Like, I completed some areas and I'm going to finish this game because I love it. It's strange, I never ever heard of this game in PlayStation 2. I recently find out about it, which is also a blessing if you ask me. I love the battle system in this game. There is another thing I'm going to mention, which is like a something I do. If you play RPG game, this will help you a lot. You can see the screen, the middle of the screen, there is this double arrow button, which I am like blinking right now, this button. Whenever you press this button, the game will go to double speed. And if you are RPG fan, if you play RPG game, you should know that this is a great feature, especially for grinding and leveling up. So you can add this from control. I will make a video about that control system. So anyway, as you can see, the game is working completely fine, and these frame drop are in some areas which I already mentioned, as you can see. And there is a one other thing you should know about this game, which I'm going to mention actually really soon. I will not going to waste much time. There is a boss here in this ring. I will do this battle and then I'm going to show you all these systems. I'm actually not sure if I should make a longer video. Please let me know what kind of video you guys want me to make. Like, by longer I mean I should like play games for longer or just make a shorter video. I'm not sure about that. And I want to make a longer video because I want to show that that game is working, because I don't want to just like fool people like I've been fooled. I honestly downloaded Valkyrie Profile 2. If you heard of that game, it's a great game, but unfortunately it does not work with this emulator. I mean, there is a patch which make the game frame rate really good, but still the game just does not work properly. The frame rate drop are constant in that game. But as I mentioned before, I watch a video on YouTube and that guy is just saying it's working fine, 100% fine, and all that crap, which actually pissed me off, and that's the reason I've started to making these videos. So do not mislead anyone. If the game have issue, I will be completely honest about it, so you don't waste your time with it. And this game does not have any issue. So let's go to the setting. I'm not sure if I should fight this boss or not. It will be a long fight, so I'm not gonna do it. First of all, we go to settings. There are two things if I want to make it clear. I don't know if you know about it or not. Well, here we go. First of all, the game have a global setting. Global setting is this setting button. As you can see in the top right corner, I'm pressing this button. Okay, global settings are like, these will be applied on every game you play. Like every game you download, it will automatically work with this global setting. And the other icon is your game individual setting. For example, if you want to change the game settings individually, like if you have for example 2 games, you want to change both game setting differently, you can do that by manually selecting a game and then pressing this button. So if you press this button, the all settings will be changed only with this game. It does not affect the other game. All right, so let's go to, first of all, you have to go to system setting. These are the important thing you have to change for many games, but for this game they are mostly settings that you don't need to touch. I'm not going to be reading every text. I will just be showing to make the video shorter and to not act like a smart ass. This one is 100% cycle rate. All right, cycle skip is normal. Infinity control is disabled, don't touch it. Multi-threaded or whatever It's now, as you can see, it's on middle. All right, if you select this one, it will be apply on this game. But if you select on middle, that's mean it's working on a global setting. By global setting, as already I mentioned, here if you add anything, it will be selected as a global setting. So if you go to your game and if you go to system and if you select this, it will just add the global setting, and if you disable it, it will completely disable it, and if you turn it on, it will be on. It doesn't matter if you turn it on or off, as long it is turn it on or you select a global setting, because if in global setting it is turned on, it will be turned on here, but we will turn it on anyway. All right, instant VU1, turn on this one. Fast CDVD, don't turn on this one, it's must be turned off because it does make problem for some games. It completely crashes some games. This one, warn about unsafe setting, turn it on. Enable frame rate always, don't ever disable this. Enable it, and this is the game settings, like this is the frame rate limit. It will run the game completely fast. If you disable it, the game will be crazy. Like it will be running as fast as your cell phone can, as your device can, run the game. The frame rate will go like really, really high. So this will make a limit of frame rate. How much the frame rate game require must be limited. That's how it work. So enable this one always. Let's go to graphic setting. Rendering, GPU rendering, it depend on which phone you have, which device you have, and which chipset you have. So you can either select OpenGL or you can select Vulkan. It's Vulkan, I hope I'm not reading it wrong, but make sure don't about this game, don't select OpenGL because this game crash on OpenGL, and it might not crash on your phone if your chipset is OpenGL. I'm not really expert about this stuff, but for me OpenGL was not working. The game was crashing constantly, so I selected this Vulkan. And you might notice it was on global setting right here, and I already did mention the global setting, so it let it be there. Right, upscale multiplier is a huge thing. This is really important. If you are playing any game, if you are having problem with frame rate, just turn this down and it will, like, it work like day and night, believe me. If the game frame rate are not constant and is just dropping and game is getting slow, just go lower and lower as much as you can. You can almost go to 75, 0.75. If you go to 0.5, it will look horrible, by the way, but still the game, the speed will boost a lot. Anyway, don't touch this one, don't touch this one, don't touch this one. These are just default. This is also default. Blending accuracy default. Texture freeloading, it should be full. Hardware mode, it's just accurate, don't touch it. This is aspect ratio. Select the full stretch, it will make the game like full screen. But not only that, you must have to select this enable widescreen patch, enable non whatever this is patch. All right, host sync should be enabled, and this presentation should be enabled. Don't touch zoom, don't touch vertical stretch, don't touch crop, don't crop it. FXAA shader, you can disable this and enable it. It depends on what kind of device you have. Enabling it in some game it look better, but I didn't see much different in this game, honestly. Shade boost is like the color like a, it's like a, you can change your color if you enable this, right? By color, I'm actually confused. You can, boost your brightness, contrast, and saturation. You can do this, it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect you on your gameplay speed or your frame rate. Enable this if your any game you're playing is very dark, brightness will go up, and yeah, it does help with minigame. I did it with Fighter Frame 2, so it looked much better, but I'm not touching this one right now. And I will say it again, it does not affect your gameplay, it does not affect your speed that much. For me at least, it didn't do anything. Yeah, turn on low texture replacement. I'm not sure what it does, honestly. I am still learning about this app, this emulator. Audio setting, I never touch this. I recommend don't touch anything from here. If the game is running perfectly fine, don't bother with this setting. I mean, if your frame rate is constant, you will never have a problem with voice or sound or anything. Memory card, ignore it. Achievement setting, don't touch it. Game fixes, I am not sure what any of this does. Maybe if I do some research later, I might find out. But for this game, we don't need these. Advanced setting are most important. As you come to advanced setting, globally these all will be active anyway, but still if you want it, you can just activate all these settings for from the start to this fast what is this, sorry, fast mem. Yeah, I don't know how to read this but this is the what, just enable it, enable all these. And don't touch this one, don't touch this one, nope, nope. And GPU plated, it should be like disable. Don't enable it, it will make some problem with some games. And auto flush software, enable that. I don't know what it does, but I enable it. Default, automatic, automatic, or default. VSync 2 frame. Software rendering, it doesn't matter, don't touch that. Manual hardware fixes, don't turn it on. And yeah, scaling off, upscaling on, off screen offset off, show overscan off, anti-blur is like it effect on some games. It make the game look more like clean. And since in the PS2 time, blur was not actually real blur, there was just some kind of tricks they used in PlayStation 2, because at that time game did not support these kind of blur that nowadays we see in video games. So it does clear some games. I did notice it on Onimusha 2. The game looked much better when I turn it on. So, but in this game I didn't notice much. Anyway, disable intellect, don't touch these three settings, and disable all these. This one automatic and this one automatic. So these are the all settings. I hope I didn't drag the video too much. I'm just learning, so please bear with me. Anyway, these all are the settings for this game, and it's working really fine. I hope you did like this video, and if you have any suggestion for me, like improving my video, or my sound quality is horrible, I apologize for that, because I'm recording in this my cell phone. And yeah, if you play this game, man, you must play this game. It's an excellent RPG game. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these kind of content. And take care of yourself.